where the bad pianos start to show. Keys all out of tune, just watch 'em go. Welcome to Adam and Joe talking nonsense on the Outside Scoop podcast show.
Welcome to episode 17 of the Outside Scoop.
Oh, 17.
17, and for the observant, we are now in full Technicolor.
Look at this.
We have our podcast studio ready.
Yeah. My old living room.
Yeah, and it's a work in progress.
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah, we're still developing it, and we got pillows on the walls, we got bed frame on the tables, we got
cardboard ready to staple on the wall.
yeah, and we're here. We're in video. Where's the camera? It's over there.
Look at that, look, you're looking at us through that little thing.
And it's very exciting. It's adding. We've done a few practice runs with the camera, just setting everything up, making sure
It's taken us a good 24 hours to get this. Adding a camera.
It's going to change in the dynamic, I think.
Multiple levels of complexity.
Yeah, and it's just slightly changing how we're doing it, I think. Although I want to still maintain how we do it, which was when it was audio only. We're sat in the room, chatting to each other, and just recording that. Really.
Yeah.
Now there's a camera. It feels like there's an audience.
Do you think?
It kind of feels like there's an audience. I think there's this like third party dynamic now.
I suppose there's that before, because you know people don't really look at each other when they're talking, do they? But yeah, now it's like you lot there behind the little black circle. Yeah,
yeah.
It's almost an element of performance behind it now.
Yeah,
isn't there?
So we'll have to get into the swing of this, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely going to take us a few goes, I reckon.
Yeah.
It's taken us 20 minutes to stop laughing, so.
But here we are. So we're on our journey, and early listeners will know that we want to get to 1,000 subscribers.
1,000 subscribers.
So that we can monetize.
Yeah, we definitely, it's always going to be us talking rubbish. But yeah, monetize everything. Capitalism, baby.
Yeah, we're not trying to be millionaires or, overnight. We're not trying to be 30, 40 million subscribers.
It would just be nice if it paid for some toys.
Yeah, get 50 quid a video, that'd be lovely.
That'd be lovely, wouldn't it? 50 quid a video, and we can buy some bikes and stuff. So, yeah.
That's kind of where we're going with it. And as we've said before, it takes a lot of effort to do as low effort as this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything, I mean, yeah. Don't look behind the scenes because it's a trash pile. But, yeah, it's a lot of effort to go this low.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyone can sit in front of a green screen.
Or a grey screen.
Grey screen. Look at this.
It's lovely.
Quick thank you to Eleanor for our mural on the wall, our words up there.
Yeah.
Pleased with that. I quite like the state of our festoon lights. That's
really good. I love the lighting.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope it's going to come out on the camera.
I think it is.
I don't know if it's just the playback at the minute, but it should be. But
yeah, that's cool.
That's good, isn't it?
And I looked at the stats again for podcast successes.
Yeah.
And so to refresh us, if you've made more than 3, you're in the top 90%.
Wow.
Or the top 10%. 90% fail after 3. That's what it is.
So we're in the top 10% of podcasts now.
And then out of that 10%, only 1% make more than 20 episodes.
Really?
Yeah.
So we're in the top 1%.
Yeah, of people making content.
At least we're in the top 1% of something, eh?
Yeah. We're winning. So that's where we are in podcasting and
wow,
and putting content out there. And it's we've only been doing it for 2 months.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we were. Didn't you say we started on the 1st of May?
Episode 1 was 1st of May, yeah.
And yesterday was the 1st of July.
July, yeah.
1st of July, so yeah.
Yeah.
Doing well. We're still here.
Still here.
Still rabbiting. We've got more than just our family subscribed now.
Yeah, 40 plus subscribers now.
Yeah.
42, 43.
Yeah, that's more than your mum, my mum, and your kids and your wife and my wife who pretends to listen.
Yeah, so that is, what, 0.05% of the way there?
Something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, I might have carried one too many digits across. Who knows?
But it's something like that, isn't it?
Quick maths.
0.01% or something. Still, we're on our way.
We're growing.
We're on our way. It
We're
might
moving.
be 0.004% of the way
Yeah.
there. I think that's what it might be.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's beside the point.
So, so we're basically starting again. I think with having a video recorded. All this, we're almost starting again with the format and how we're talking.
It's a evolution, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it was a restart, but it's definitely the next step.
Yeah. So I think no main topic today, but maybe just a couple of quick fire bullet points about some recent activities in the world.
Yeah.
I don't want to weigh too heavy on politics.
Wow.
Because there's a lot of politics going on at the moment. Obviously, the elections this week. But one thing I did want to mention was what happened yesterday in America with the Supreme Court.
Don't.
We had a conversation yesterday about abortions and politicians getting bribes and how companies can now basically do what they want without fear of any repercussions from any
regulatory body.
Yeah, they can do what they like. What happened yesterday was that the Supreme Court said the president is immune to all and any crime, is how I see it.
Wow.
And paved the way for a dictatorship. Because a sitting president can now do what they want. Biden could assassinate the entire Supreme Court and no repercussions from that.
Biden needs to really he really needs to take advantage of this before he loses the position. Let's be honest. He needs to go, right, no problem, I'm bringing in some rules now, you can't prosecute me for them.
Yeah.
If you've been a president and you've been voted out, you can't then have another go. Things like that.
Yeah, he needs to lift up his skirt
and get on with some stuff.
Grab his balls and do the big decisions that need to happen to save America from itself.
The world.
And the wider world. We touched on yesterday in a private conversation off screen how it can be if Trump did come in, then what are the repercussions for the war in Ukraine? And
it just feels like it feels like all the bad storylines are happening, doesn't it? It feels like they happened, but they didn't finish.
Yeah.
And what's happened is we've had a 4-year break, and now, right, boys, let's get this over with. Let's go to Mordor.
Yeah, it's scary, and Biden, he needs to basically, what he could do is increase the number of seats on the Supreme Court and then load it with left supporting judges, which will offer more balance. Because what the judges have done over the last fortnight or so is removed checks and balances in the American political system.
Yeah.
And made it possible for a dictatorship to happen.
Yeah, and it really is. Well, if they're going to do that, and they've basically made it possible for the US president to do what he wants. Yeah. Going back to what we just said, Biden needs to take advantage of that. Yeah. He needs to. I think they may be resting on the idea that Biden won't. Biden just go, it'll be all right. Yeah. What he actually needs to go is go on full attack now.
Yeah, he needs to increase the number of seats in the court, so it's more left supporting, and ultimately then becomes more of a centralist court.
That's what it needs. It just needs to be a centrist court, doesn't it?
Then he needs to codify and write into law everything they've overturned. Yeah, and he needs to write it into law, because what they've done is all case stuff. So it's all case law, which they've done.
It's basically just example, isn't it?
Yeah, and by overturning stuff, then it opens up the interpretation, I think, of what's happening.
There's a good YouTuber called Legal Eagle.
Yeah,
I think his name's Devon. He's probably quite a good one to watch to get some. He's an American lawyer, so he really knows what he's talking about. So it might be worth watching him so that we can find out some more on this.
Yeah. So if he does that and puts into law that abortions are right, and puts into law that you can't bribe politicians, and puts into law that companies can't self-regulate and they have to abide by their ombudsman's equivalents and all that sort of stuff, and also put into law that a president is held accountable to the
their
law.
actions.
Yeah, they're not immune.
That's the thing, isn't it?
And he can do all that
It's
as a
just
president,
frightening.
and he can do that with executive power, and just get it done.
Well, he should be able to, shouldn't he? But
It's whether he does it.
you know, Sleepy Joe doesn't seem to really want to do a lot. You know, maybe there's more stuff happening out there, but it does seem like
Yeah, the debate didn't do him any favours.
no, that was madness. Wasn't it?
But
I don't think either of us actually watched it all the way through. But
no,
talking about debates, I have found the UK political debates to be completely useless.
they are.
I think it's a
Yeah.
completely useless exercise. I don't think it brings anything to the table except shouty MPs not listening to the point in anything.
I think what Starmer's done well because he's not got down and into the mud. He's not got himself involved with the lies and the underhand tactics in some of these debates. He's just let them all kind of talk themselves into corners and hang themselves with the rope and do all that sort of stuff, which has been good because he's maintained the high road. And some people say his silence means that he's guilty in a way, but no, he's just been silent because he's like, well, he's talking nonsense.
Yeah, it's
the media's got to come out the next day and prove, that it's not a £2,000 tax rise for every family, and it's not this and it's not that, and that's been the case several times over.
He's definitely doing the giving others enough rope to hang themselves.
Yeah,
because I think I don't want to give him too much credit, but at the moment he's giving a persona of honesty.
Yeah,
which definitely makes a change at the moment with politicians, doesn't it? You know, all politicians have done for the last 10 years is lie, maybe longer. I mean, politicians are always lying.
We know they lie,
but it feels like he's, rather than lie or make up an answer, he's just going, I haven't got an answer for that.
Yeah.
You know, we'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Which is why I think these debates are useless. You know, because it just enables Starmer to shout £2,000 a year when
Sunak
to shout £2,000 a year when they're talking about trains.
Yeah,
you know, and for Starmer to sit there and go, well, I'm not answering a question I haven't got answers to. I haven't really watched a lot of them after the first couple.
Well, there's only been one real debate, and then the rest have been the other parties.
Was it?
Yeah. Yeah, there hasn't been another.
Yeah, but Sunak and Starmer have done another one.
No, I think they were just interviews, one-on-one interviews.
Were they?
Yeah, one-on-one. So they were sat in front of an audience, and they're into debating with a.
Oh, like
with
the
person.
Audience was interviewing them, right?
Yeah, they've not come back together again, I don't think.
Right.
So we've had that one, then they've had their individual ones, which was one on Sky.
Oh, okay.
That's I think what you're thinking about, and then the other leaders have done their own debates on TV, which all well and good, but are they? That none of them are actually going to. They haven't got a chance. So, do you watch them or not? I don't know.
I don't know really. It's. I don't have a lot of experience with politics, but in the industry that I work in, you occasionally come across a politician here and there, and from what I can gather, about all they can do is write letters.
Yeah,
they can't really do anything else. They don't have any real powers within councils or legislation, or you just get a letter through going, this is a complaint, and you fix the complaint, you know.
Yeah, do something about it, please.
Yeah, which is already happening. Like in my job, I always try and stop complaints from getting to that point, but if I haven't got hold of it, I can't stop the complaint.
Yeah,
you know, it usually comes to me once it's become a complaint.
There's things that MPs do which we're just completely unaware of.
Oh, I'm sure there are.
We have no idea what their day-to-day job is.
I'm sure there are,
and it's frustrating. It's like for example, the winter droving that happens in Penrith.
Yeah,
they're asking for £20,000 public support. They're doing a GoFundMe fundraiser for it, and it's all well and good, but it's like you need £20,000 to get another £10,000 off other people, so you need £30,000. There's a £30,000 shortfall in funding to do a march through town, and we then we both, you and I, questioned why do you need 30 grand to do this event?
Having just done a 2-day beer festival, it does feel like, and if just so happens there is somebody from this event listening, come and talk to us.
Yeah.
We'd love to have you on so that you can, give us your points.
Yeah.
But we can't work out where 30 grand's going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got some familiarity with road closures.
Yeah.
They don't cost 30 grand.
No.
Between us, we've got some familiarity with insurances.
Yeah.
They don't cost 30 grand.
Mm-hmm.
They're not putting on any food or drink, from what we understand. Like, not through the organisation. If there is food and drink provided, otherwise it's going to be traders, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Town centre's full of pubs.
Yeah.
So, where's 30 grand going?
Yeah. And we're not accusing anybody of skimming any money.
No. In actual fact, I'd be disappointed if somebody wasn't skimming it, because it's the only way we get anything done in this world.
But just want to know where the money goes.
Where does 30k go?
How does that event cost 30 grand for one day? I think it's overnight road closure and a full day road closure. Then there's a march through town where I think people make up their own costumes. There's some road signage, there's radios, there's
isn't this
high vis, high vis jackets and stuff. But there's no big marquee, there's no big PA systems, there's no telehandling equipment, there's no big stuff coming in. So there's no big lights
up or anything.
Oh no, it's nothing like that. The money will be spent on something, but it should be interesting in what that's spent.
Just wonder where.
And if they're come to the public saying we need 20 grand, to say this is what we need it for, and outline those costs.
But there's no information on where the costs are going.
And that point is just about transparency. And if like an MP was transparent with what their day to day is, and you think they just write letters. I know you think they do more, but an example.
No, but an example is
letters.
all I've ever seen an MP do is write letters.
Yeah. So what do they do?
Yeah.
That's the MPs which aren't in government and haven't got cabinet seats and all that sort of stuff.
They do say, don't they, that we represent the area in Westminster, but we've seen what PMQs looks like. It's just a free for all. Of just people shouting at each other. There's not any actual work that goes ahead, and again, I'm sure there is work that goes ahead but we never see any of it.
No,
do we? We never see. Right, PMQs is over. What's he doing now? Because all we can work out is he's popping down McDonald's, then going back home.
Well, we'll find out in 10 years when we stand for election.
Yeah, we will be Labour MPs one day.
We'll be having the hustings in town centre.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
I think what I would do is actually give people my mobile number.
Would ya?
Yeah.
Would ya?
Yeah.
Why?
I'd have a different phone.
Yeah, but you'd give them a direct line.
But I'd be like, WhatsApp me.
Yeah.
I might get back to you, I might not. But
at least you've sent me a message.
Send me a WhatsApp.
And it puts it together in a pile of evidence for me.
I won't answer the phone.
No.
But WhatsApp me or text me.
Yeah.
And I might just give you a little thumbs up.
Yeah.
Just acknowledge. That'd be cool to, be able to text your MP, wouldn't it?
It's quite cool, isn't it? Yeah.
And know it's going to the MP, not like a...
Secretary.
Or like a Radio 1 inbox or, like a big
corporation inbox that you can't reply to.
And I think, how many people are actually going to text you? I don't think that many. You might get a few thousand people across the constituency text you, but not every single day. And it might just end up being maybe a few hundred a week.
Yeah.
And I don't think it'd be beyond the realms of possibility to, whilst you're on the train, instead of doom scrolling,
do some work.
Have a quick goose at your WhatsApps.
Yeah, see what is important here, what needs dealing with,
Send voice notes.
Oh, imagine that.
Because you can just speed them up, can't you?
Don't worry, Trev, don't worry. I'm dealing with that issue today.
Yeah.
I can't promise you a result, but I'm trying to deal with it.
Yeah, I think that open transparency and just being able to reach out.
It definitely feels like there should be more transparency. My job has to be transparent.
You can't pick up the phone and talk to your MP.
No.
Emailing them, just emailing their secretary.
Yeah.
They have open days in the office, but that's no good.
What does that mean?
You just want to wake up in the middle and go, oh, my lights aren't on.
Yeah.
Text the MP.
Text the MP. A councillor failing.
And I might be wrong. It might be an absolute nightmare, but I think it'd be an interesting experiment.
It would be something to. It would definitely be something to write down, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It would definitely be something like that. So, anything else?
Oh, I thought you had a point there.
No.
To make. No.
It felt like the end of the sentence to me.
This is unscripted, unedited, unadulterated podcasting.
We don't even have a topic.
No, not well. This is just more of a
This is rabbit.
experimenting this format
Yeah.
and understanding how this comes across to our wonderful audience.
Hi.
I keep thinking the camera's over here. That's over
I have to look here because the laptop's here with all the stuff on it, and I'm making sure the levels are okay and things, and then up there, down there, up there, down there.
Yeah. So yeah, didn't want to touch on politics too much, and I think that's enough of politics.
I think we can move that train along, didn't you?
Yeah, we'll move that along. Go vote on Thursday.
Make sure you do.
And
there is something that me and Mara have noticed.
Yeah.
Since we've moved up here, the politicians seem to address the men in the house.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Yes. Yesterday, I got a litter.
It is litter.
It is litter.
Yeah.
I got a pretend handwritten letter, but it was in a handwritten envelope.
Yeah.
From Tim Farron.
Oh, Timmy Farron.
But to me,
yeah.
Not to Mara and I, not both of us, to me.
To the man of the house.
I don't want to be the man of the house.
Only your vote matters.
Yeah, it's just something we've picked up on.
Yeah.
Mara hasn't had any posts to her name.
Has she received a polling card?
No, but she is registered.
Have you received your polling card?
Yeah.
Maybe check on that.
Well, she has, and apparently she's registered.
Okay.
She's done the thing. I don't know what the thing is because I didn't have to do it.
So I guess they get, because I can't think really of the stuff that we've had through. Nothing's really been addressed though. The stuff that's come through has all just been the generic leaflets.
Yeah. Well, you mean you didn't get a handwritten envelope?
Not from Tim.
You know what Tim gives, he can take away just as easy.
Yeah, it's no good, is it?
No.
No, but I've not had that experience. But interesting that. Yeah.
Okay.
He did. Yeah, he didn't write Mr. and Mrs. Strauss.
No, he just wrote Mr. Adam Strauss.
Yeah. I thought that might be because Mara's not on the
no, she
electoral
is.
roll, but
she is. She's on it.
Oh.
On the thing.
Well, they're not getting your vote. Everyone gets to see our faces now. So I think we'll make it a short and sweet episode.
Yeah.
And we'll be back with episode 18. Same time next time on the Outside Scoop. Episode
18. Like, subscribe, and share. Ignore the sound of that lorry outside.
They might not pick it up.
I think it will. Might not do.
Might not. It'll be the what lorry?
What lorry?
I'll go what lorry. I'll make you seem like a crazy.
Yeah. What lorry? I'll say make myself sound crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. We'll see you next time.
All right. Thank you. Goodbye.